Yeah, y'all know what it is. It's TK the Poet. You already know, so you ain't gotta. Yeah. Just speaking my truth. This is not a diss song. It's just me speaking my truth. My truth might not be your truth, but you know what? This is how I gotta give it up. Yeah, tired of people claiming they my equal. We ain't equal, they can't match my level. You ain't stepping, you ain't stepped that. Stop that flexing, ain't no muscle behind that. That's why I draw the line that damn close nigga, I back line that. Yeah, I'm tired of people claiming they my equal. We ain't equal, they can't match my level. You ain't stepping, you ain't stepped that. Stop that flexing, ain't no muscle behind that. That's why I draw the line that close nigga, I back line that. You barking like a big dog. You better get ready. We are here. We have a legendary God-tier mess going on right here. We have True the Poet, and the poet has spoken. Bold words versus living legends. This is a legendary match. Look, I've been waiting for this match the whole year. I'm not gonna hold you. Like when I seen this on the schedule, I said, yes, this is gonna be one of the ones. There's a couple on here that that I have to see, but to get this match this early in the season, this is amazing, man. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up True Poet, man. Tell the people who you are, where you from, and what team you represent.
Hey, y'all know what it is. It's True Poet out of Little Rock, Arkansas, representing them living legends. 2 L's make a W. I mean, we already won, but the L's we ain't taking none.
Let's go. And I'm gonna bring up the poet. Hey, tell the people who you are and where you from, and what team you represent.
Hey, y'all know what it is. It's the poet dot has dot spoken, and the dots because I hit the spot surgically with the words. Repping bold words coming out of Nashville, Tennessee, born and raised in the DMV. Let's go.
We are here. We getting ready for the corn toss real quick. Hey, True, since you're the first pick of the league. Oh, you gonna get him call it?
Yeah,
okay. I ain't mad at it. Hey, his poet is spoken. Heads or tails? Which one?
Tails.
It is tails. Who you want to go first?
True.
True going first. Okay, we finna go to the main screen. We gonna get into this. Let's go.
I tried writing this poem a week after your crash, but it was something about the way you passed that I couldn't get past. So this is a poem that I owe to Kobe. An ode to Kobe. How did you not get to grow old, Kobe? Old Kobe. I at least thought you would make it to your career high. The fact you scored more points in a single game than years you got to live in your entire life, I ask why. And I know God exists, but this just seems so reckless, because how can a basketball god exit too early, too soon? Your mother first showed you how to cradle a basketball by the way she held you in her womb. She gave birth to you. She gave worth and earth to you and then handed you to your father, and he gave purpose to you. Born in Philly, where cheese wasn't the only thing that was at stake, but you knew you had to be great. And it showed. Because at the age of 17, you were drafted into the NBA. You became a Laker. You went from senior to rookie year. I seen your rookie year. It was awesome. Okay, it was average. 7 points is what you average. They didn't give you a lot of play time, but you knew every time that you got in, that there was no time to play. You took advantage of every second, every minute, every play, every game, until you gained their respect. Nothing was handed to you until they handed you the franchise, boy. The way you lean with it, the way you rock with it, you showed them how to build a franchise, boy. And you knew 3-4 had your back, because every time it was time to walk the talk, you would radio, Shaq, you would radio, Shaq, you would radio, Shaq. And no, that wasn't a repeat, that was a three-peat. Don't you love how that rings so sweetly? But then you had to deal with real life briefly. You see, this is the part in your life where you took a foul and won, because they knew they couldn't beat you on the court. So they tried to beat you in one. They tried to convict you and evict you from our hearts, evict you from our thoughts, evict you from the sport, evict you to the point where you were no longer present tense. And for the first time in your career, you realized what the word settle meant with a settlement. But all that became irrelevant, Cause you came back like the old Kobe, the Fro Kobe, the Skywalker, the Obi-Wan Kenobi. They tried to call you a snake, but instead of turning it away, you faced it, embraced it. Cause you were cold, bruh, clutch, never rattled. And the kind of player you was, they had a hard time guarding you because you became the Black Mamba, attack conquer, the basketball beast, the Godfather. You showed them that this game was more than a game. It was a passion. They said you couldn't win without Shaq. You took action. Because when it came to name off the greats, they tried to pass you up because you showed them you didn't need Diesel because the critics gassed you up. You broke hearts and records, gave lessons and lectures. You won an MVP and 2 more rings. You made the world chant you out by your first name. And you never let a player, Christopher Columbus, a court that you had already claimed. I still remember your final game. You scored 60 points. And it was fitting because you did it against the Utah Jazz, because the way you played the game, it was like Utah Jazz. The way you used the basketball to keep the rhythm and the tempo, you made it seem so simple. But when that door closed and you were no longer a part of a roster, you kicked down the next one and you won an Oscar. Kobe, you won an Oscar. Yet to you, that still wasn't the greatest accomplishment because you introduced the world to your daughter, Gigi. And you knew she had some G in her the day you named her Gianna. No, not the Black Mamba, the young Mambacita. The world was ready to meet you. How could one moment in time delete you? I kept thinking, oh, she's gonna win 5 rings. I kept thinking about how you won 5 rings. I kept thinking about your 5 rings. I kept thinking about those 5 rings. Before I answered the phone for my ex and she told me that you and 8 others got into a helicopter crash. I expected her to finish the story and say, just like your first jersey, you walked out with all 8 on your back. Instead of the fact that everyone died on impact. And from that moment on, the world felt your impact. At shooting guard, standing at 6'6" with a ball, he is 6'6". It's like his 6th sense, and we ain't seen nobody be that 6th sense. Number 24, from Lower Marion High School, Kobe Bryant.
Mama, you cry for me now. But when I was young, you should have made me come in before the street lights came on, Mama. Instead of having the TV raise me, you should have read to me, Mama. Because I wasn't supposed to be laying here in this casket. And I'm asking, whose fault was it? Was it mine? Was it yours? Was it Daddy's? Why he never came to my birthday? Why he never showed me how to be a man? Why he never loved me, Mama? What did I do to deserve this? And I need to know, and I'm asking, why did you allow me to make friends with those that would become enemies in the end? Why did you allow me to be on the block selling the yay every day? Mama, why you ain't come grab me? Why you ain't teach me about the Creator? Why you ain't get me in tune with my sinner self? But you know what you did, Mama? You helped me glorify these streets. Now look at me. I'm dead, laying in this casket. And I'm asking, whose fault is it? Yours? Mine? Or my missing daddy? And Daddy, where were you? Maybe if you was around, I wouldn't be laying in this casket right now. I cried for you. I begged God for you. And your voice never met my ears. You had a hand in me being conceived, and you leave before I'm out of the womb and I'm able to breathe, please. Tell me, why did I grow up to another missing daddy love song? What did I do wrong? Why you didn't love your son? Whose fault was it, Daddy? Was it mine? Was it mama's? Or did you just choose to be a missing daddy? Well, I gotta tell the truth. I chose to be a missing daddy. And my son followed my footsteps into his grave. And I wish that his ears can hear my voice today. And I would tell you how much I love you, son. How much that this is my fault. How much that I wish that I would have played catch with you more often. How much I wish that I would have picked you up and laughed with you more often. Son, 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 can you hear me? It's too late, y'all. My baby boy is dead and gone. And all I can ask is, Lord, save me. Wash me of my sins. Please forgive me so I can live.
There we have it. Here we go. Y'all see the fire in the background? They set the whole stage on fire. True poet. The poet has spoken. We are here. They delivered what they said it's going to deliver. When I say this is one of the ones, this is one of the ones, man. Wait, we're going to get into the judges real quick, man. Look, we got a fire. We got a legendary, a top tier battle rapper, Hart in the building. Hart, tell the people who you are, where you from, and what you do.
BXYO, and I'm from Bronx, New York, representing Yonkers there. So, I just battle a little bit, do a little 1, 2. I do music also. Been on Queen of the Ring, URL, first female battle ever on URL TV. Same with Queen of the Ring. So, that's a little bit about me.
Man, talk your it. Man, look, you've been too humble about that, man. You're one of the dopest pins in female battle rap. We gonna do it live, like, man. We ain't gonna downplay who Hart is. Everybody know who Hart is. Like, come on, Hart's in the building. Right. Like, we live. Like this is the queen. Come on, we gonna represent. So Hart, man, you seen both of these fire poets, man. Look, what you think about it?
This a tough one. This is a tough one. I ain't gonna lie. Both of them had some things I like. Both of them had some things I didn't like. So this hard, man.
But look, we're
starting off with me.
Yeah, we're gonna start off with two, man. We're gonna start out the queen first. We're gonna start with True Poet. We're gonna start with True Poet. You got any words for him before we get into the score, or you want to get straight into the scoring?
Listen, I don't, although I battle rap, I don't do this, so I'm not going to give any advice on it. You feel me? I can't do it. I'm just here to critique. I'm not giving no advice on some shit that I don't do. You feel me?
Okay. I feel you.
Yeah,
let's get it. Look, let's go ahead and get into the points then. What did you have for penmanship for True Poet?
I'm gonna give him a 4 with the penmanship. Now, True Poet. Hold on, now. Let me not get it twisted. True Poet was the first poet, right? With the
right,
Kobe,
right,
Kobe poem, right.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yes, I'm gonna give him a 4 for the penmanship. Can we give halves? I don't want to give him a 4.5.
No, it's straight point, straight drop, straight drop. So
I'm gonna give him a 4.
Okay.
I like his intro specifically. Like, this was old to Kobe, and this is an old to Kobe. I like that.
Fire. Look, what do you have for impact?
Let's get back to impact, because I think that might be the category that I want to touch on. So let's.
Okay. Believability.
I believe them. I believe them for real. I'm gonna give him a 4. I think he really grew up and loves Kobe for real.
Okay.
I ain't gonna hold you.
What about the substance?
Substance was decent. Substance might be what I want to touch on it, and not impact. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give him a What's the last category?
The last category is delivery.
Nah, his delivery was on point. His delivery, I'm gonna give him a 5 for delivery.
Okay,
I'm gonna give him
okay,
a 5 for the delivery. So now we
okay.
go back to impact, right?
Right.
We talking about the impact that this has on me
Yes.
specifically.
Facts.
All right. I'm gonna give him a 3 on that.
Okay, okay,
3 with that. Yeah.
okay.
And okay, so now we go in the substance I left out, right?
Right.
Okay, give him a 4 for substance, but I'm gonna touch back on the 3 and why I gave him a 3 in the impact, right?
Okay.
It's like, bruh, you tried to skim over that settlement, and I'm a lady. I'm a lady, man. I don't even like how you touched on that settlement. You tried to make it seem like it was nothing, like they tried to get him. Just didn't. I wasn't feeling that part of your poem, bro.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
that's
lived through that
that's your
because I was
vibe.
there. I know what
Facts.
happened in that. Like, I was there, lived through it. We know the facts. We're
Right.
not gonna act like they tried to get that man.
Right.
You know, but other than that, I'm fucking with her. I'm fucking with her.
Okay. Man, that was a good 20 by E Hart. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into the poet has spoken. Okay, that was
Poet. The
Let's
poet.
talk about it.
Listen, man. I'm giving for penmanship, I'm gonna give him the 4, right?
Okay.
His penmanship was good. I fuck with it. I ain't gonna say it was perfect, but I feel him, right?
Okay.
His impact though, I might gotta give him a 5 for impact.
Okay.
I really, along with substance, 2 or 5 with substance, I really was digging the whole subject matter. I like how he was talking to his mom at first, turned into pop. Like, nah. That was that one. I like that.
Talk.
Delivery 5.
Okay.
It almost sounded like he was crying in that motherfucker. Put his voice there. You know what I mean? He put his voice there and all that. What's the last subject? What's the last?
It was believability you left out.
Nah, listen, man. I gotta go with 5. Cause it's like, was he really in the casket crying at that point? Like, mama. Like, yeah, man.
Look.
Yeah.
5. So for a total score, that's a total score of 24. 24 from E Hart. Man, I appreciate you, E Hart. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down, and we're gonna get into the next judge, and we're gonna go ahead and see what they gotta say. But next judge, we're gonna go with Be Rich. Be Rich.
What's up? What's
going on with you, man? Look, fire match. Tell the people who you are and where you're from and what team you represent.
Be Rich with Do 7 Records out of Kansas City, Kansas. Residing in Dallas, Texas right now. I'm representing Team Diagnosis. Diagnosis. Yes, sir.
Okay, we in the building. So, okay. What do you have for, we can start with True. What do you have for penmanship?
I gave him a 5 for penmanship. I like the way you wrote that together.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's go with impact.
I gave him a 4 on impact.
Okay, believability.
I gave him a 4 as well.
For substance.
I gave him a 4.
For delivery.
I gave him a 5 for delivery because I like the way he put everything together. And, you know, for the ones who didn't know, now they know.
Okay. So in that total score, you gave True Poet a 22. We're going to go with the poet has spoken. Let's go with penmanship. What do you have for penmanship?
I gave him a 3 in penmanship.
3 in penmanship. What do you have for impact?
I gave him a 4.
Believability.
I gave him a 3.
For substance.
I gave him a 4.
For delivery.
I gave him a 3.
I mean, do you got something to say? It seems like you got something to say on this.
I really do. Man,
let's talk about it.
You know, I never seen him perform, but just by going off some of the poets I see that did they thing, I didn't believe it. You know, so me when I hear somebody's poem, I wanted to see how I want you to be in it, in character, like really in character. Like my heart wasn't pounding, I didn't get no chills. I felt like it was just like a play, you know, like somebody reading off a script or something.
Okay,
that's just me, you know.
Okay.
And am I able to say anything?
Oh, at the end, we gonna let you rebut at the end.
That's crazy.
We're gonna rebut at the end, man.
You got something against your boy.
I don't know you, my brother.
Look, we're gonna save it to the end, man. So look, that was the 17th for Be Rich. We're gonna bring up Donnie B. Donnie. Let's get to it. Tell the people who you are and where you're from and what you represent.
What's up with it, man? Donnie B. Donnie, hold it down in the 214. Bold words.
Okay. Man, look, we're gonna start with True. You got anything to say before, or you want to jump right into the scoring?
We can jump right to the scoring.
We got to talk about this, man. We got to talk about this.
We got to talk. This funny. But now,
okay.
True poet, the Obi too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bet. Okay, we in there. Okay, I got you.
Okay, so you got any words to say, or you want to get straight to the scoring?
I respect it. I respect this poem. Shout out to Kobe for sure.
So what do you have for penmanship?
Penmanship of 4.
Okay.
4.
What do you have? What do you have for impact?
Impact, I'll give it a 3.
For believability?
A 5.
For substance?
A 4. I lied. I give it a 3.
For delivery?
A 4.
Okay, let's tell up those scores and see what we got here.
Well, yeah, hey man, I'm
That's
great.
A 19.
I'm great at hard this round.
Hey, look, we on to the poet has spoken. What do you have for penmanship?
Penmanship of 4.
For impact?
Impact of 5. I liked it. It was nice for sure.
For believability?
A 5.
For substance?
Man, that's a 5. I'm keeping it a buck. Substance was crazy. This is where the funny joke gonna be for real, but that's a 5. That's a 5.
What about delivery?
My boy was the kid. Then the daddy, he was the kid. The daddy, the casket. Boy, he was everything. I'm like, that's a lot of shit. And what was the next one?
Delivery.
Delivery. I'm gonna get that a 5.
Okay. And your total score is a 24 for the poet has spoken. Now let's go ahead and go with TK the poet. TK the poet, you gotta talk in. Man, look. I'm looking at these scores. I'm looking at my score. It's a lot different. I mean, I've seen a lot more different in this mess than I've seen everybody. Look, and plus, look, I'm a Kobe fan. You know, I appreciate what he did, the tribute to Kobe. It was so much intricate about Kobe. Look, for me, penmanship, I gave him a 5. Impact. Look, when you talking about impact, when he came, had the Living Legend jersey on, and he came out and he had that Kobe, that Mamba. No, you got to understand what jersey he had on. Let's talk about the jersey he had on. The Mamba jersey. Like we're not looking at that whole, but we're going to get into that later. My bad. We're going to get back into these scores real quick. So, believability, I gave him a 5 in believability. Okay, let's get into substance. Do we have to talk about the substance in it? Kobe, Gigi, what are you talking about? I'm looking at some of these scores he got in substance, and I'm looking at this. Y'all crazy? Are y'all good? Never mind. I'm supposed to be giving you my scores. Sometimes I lose it sometimes, but look, we're gonna get back into delivery. I gave him a 5. So that's a total score of 25 from True Poet. Now we're gonna go to the poet has spoken. Excellent. Caliente. Fire. Look, like you said, the different person. Look, he was in his bag. So for penmanship, I gotta give it a 5. For impact, I gave it a 4. I gave it a 4 for impact. And for substance, I gave it a 5. For believability, I gave it a 5. For delivery, I gave it a 5. And my total score is 24-24 for the poet has spoken. Let's go ahead and jump into the center stage. Let's add these points up and let's see what it's going to do. We are here. The judges said what they said. The judges gave their score. And, we're going to get into it and see who won, who came on top on this match. I feel like this is going to be a close one. I feel like this is going to be a crazy one. Look, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start with Truth. From TK the Poet, he received a 25. From E Hart, he received a 20. From from Donnie B. Donnie, he gave a 19. And from B Rich, he gave a 22. And the total score of that is 86. 86. Let's go ahead and get it. The poet has spoken. Let's go ahead and dive into the clean scores real quick. So for me, I gave him a 24 from TK the Poet. E Hart gave him a 24. Donnie B. Donnie gave him a 24. And B Rich gave him a 17. With the total score of 86. And we have here, the poet has spoken. He came away with the upset. Let me go ahead and bring him up center stage and we're going ahead and get into this real quick. He came away with the 89 with the dub. How you feel?
I feel good, you know what I'm saying? Like I fucks with the, my bad. I mess with the Kobe joint. True, you a dope poet. I feel good about that. Well, actually, I don't feel good about that. I'm gonna tell y'all, like, that poem, it was a poem that a sister did maybe last week or a couple of weeks ago, and she got real emotional. And y'all critique was, even if y'all do something deep, y'all gotta keep y'all composure. The anniversary of my son being murdered is 7 years from now. That poem is him speaking to me because he followed my footsteps into the street, which ultimately led him to his death. So for somebody to say that they don't believe it, like anytime I do it in crowds, and I have been in different states, you got people in the crowd and they crying, right? So I was being composed because of the critique of the judges from weeks before. But then when we give that, then it's a different critique, but it's all good. I came away for the win. Bold words.
Hey, man, that was just one judge, man. Look, man, everybody else said they believed it to the T. You got 5 across the board from everybody else, so, that's just one judge, man. But I'm also bring up...
Hey, for real, though. For real,
look, we ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that, though. We're gonna bring up True Poet real quick. Hey, True. Hey, man, look, you came away with an 86, man. You didn't come with the dub today, but, man, how do you feel? What's your thoughts?
Congrats to Spoken. Great poem, great job. There's a lot that I could say, but I'm gonna just say it wasn't it was never the poem. It was the poem, not the poet. So the judges wasn't feeling it. Cool. On to the next.
Hey, but look, I ain't gonna hold you. Look, I'm a Kobe fan. That hit me a little bit different. I've been a Kobe fan since he was in high school. Laura Mary, look, let's talk about that Kobe. So
we ain't gonna talk about it. I am good on it. We can go on to the next.
Look, hey man, but that was a fire poem, man. Look,
great judging.
Look, we gonna get into that Wednesday. Hey, when we go live, when Poets Talk Back. Look, listen to the podcast on Wednesday when Poets Talk Back. We got something crazy to talk about. We're gonna get into the next match.
This Wednesday.
Look, we got something to talk about, man. I appreciate you, True. The Poet has spoken, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Let's get to the next one.